So John's on the other end of the camera because Seth is at jury duty today.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't get a murder trial or something like that. It's really bright out here. Selena and Jesse and John and Seth, that's the beekeeping crew this year. We have another man coming on February 20th, beekeeper from over near Hiawassee, Georgia, is going to come on full time. We'll see how that works out. We really never know till somebody works for 2 or 3 weeks whether they work out or not. Not everybody is as good as John. We just have to accept that as part of the problem.
How it is.
Anyway, this is literally our first day in the bee yard since November. We have no idea what the bees look like. We've not looked at them at all. We got just a little bit of pollen coming in today. The maples are just barely starting. It's about a week ahead of schedule. It's February 6th. Usually the maples traditionally here start about Valentine's Day, which is February 14th, so it's just a little early. It was such a weird winter. We had, as usual, we had quite a few small colonies going into winter because we did lots of late splits. We're pretty good at getting small colonies through the winter. Normally we can get a good 4-frame colony through the winter okay. But we had that once in a generation cold spell here a month or two ago. That was December, wasn't it?
It was Christmas.
Christmas, yeah, man, it was really cold. Wind chill 16 below. We don't see that here normally. So we're kind of curious how many of our small ones we lost. I've already prepared myself for the idea that we're going to lose some bees. We had a lot of bees. We have a lot of good colonies, so I'm not worried. I just don't know what to expect. Hopefully not many. We'll see. So today, all we're going to do is just to check to see who's alive, see if somebody needs a boost maybe, if they're too small, make sure they got enough food to make it for a few weeks till we start really getting serious about beekeeping. This yard is our southernmost yard, and it's our lowest elevation yard. So we always start south and work our way to the north in the spring. And this will also probably be the first yard to get split in the spring. And we have queens coming from Chris Warner to arrive here on March 15th, which is a little on the early side for us in this area, but we have to start a little earlier because we have so many bees to get through. In just 3 weeks, we have to start early to make sure we can get to them all before they start building swarm cells. These are just singles, so that means they would have been midsummer starts last year. Should have younger queens. They should all be our queens that we raise from our Caucasian breeders, so should be a lot of dark bees in here. One thing I've absolutely noticed, there's no debate on this, the Caucasians and the Carniolans overwinter with smaller clusters. They're capable of overwintering with a lot less bees in the cluster than Italian colonies. That's why I say usually 4 frames of bees, we have no trouble getting them through. Whereas the Italians, that's a little small. They have a little more trouble. Jesse was making the remark earlier today that we're definitely seeing that the Caucasian bees seem to fly in cooler weather than the Italians too. You know, low 40s, they're out there doing something. I don't know what they were up to at that temperature, but they get out. So we're anxious to get in here and see what we got. And everybody's anxious. This is the first day. Everybody's so pleased to get in the bees. Yeah, hooray! Let's go. Let's visit that again in about 2 months. See how they're feeling. Hey guys, first colonies. Let's see what we got. Go ahead.
John, you gonna get a colony?
Yeah, I thought y'all were.
First colonies of the season.
Yeah. I'd say
Okay. We don't want to dig through every single colony, but just for the fun of it, on the first few, let's see what they're up to. I want to see what the brood's looking like. Do they have pollen in the comb? I mean, just what?
Well, that's still got some pretty good weight to it.
That's an empty comb right there.
I'm seeing a lot of pollen on the bees. I'm seeing brood.
Yeah, that's.
You got that?
Yeah, they're brooding up.
this one's not super heavy. It's not like light. Not heavy. Not heavy.
Yeah, I'm looking at probably three broods right here without even getting into the.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
a good brood right here.
You got a bunch of eggs on that
Oh yeah,
one?
larvae, eggs, all the way to the
Okay.
edge.
You want some propolis?
Yes, I do
Yeah,
want some
brood.
propolis. Thank you. My crew knows I eat propolis a lot. Well, you got a lot of eggs and larvae, John.
Yeah, she's going good.
Well, there's your sealed brood showing up. Okay. Let's see what the next 2 frames look like, Selena.
That's it on her. She got almost like 3 total. Yeah, it's not.
3 frames of brood, John?
Yeah, 3 good frames of brood total.
Mine's a little bit heavier than yours.
Yours is? Yeah, this one's not super heavy. I got
Oh, yeah. So I wonder if they have any hatching bees. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
That's their main food right there.
Not really. Nothing's hatching yet. Okay.
I got about a frame and a half of food, 2 frames maybe total. About 2 frames total.
There's about 3 in here.
3 frames of food?
I have about
full frames of food.
2 frames of food,
Yeah, I got 2 frames probably total.
3 brood.
And only 2 foods. Okay.
Yeah, 3 broods, 2 food. There we go.
Okay. Let's poke in a couple more and then we'll know exactly what we're dealing with. Let's see what this one looks like, John.
Yep.
About the same, it looks like. Okay, so once we get rolling here, it's going to be more about fast and furious. We're not going to analyze every colony like this.
You want to analyze this one though?
No, all I want to know is that there's some food in that, John. I don't want to tear them apart.
Do you want me to do it by?
You can do it just like that, yeah.
It's about the same as that, about 2 frames probably.
Yeah, that's a good colony. Now, if we're going to do it that way, there's a possibility we could miss 1 or 2 queenless colonies or a drone layer or something like that. But at this point, before the weather goes bad again, we only got about 3 days, so I want to get through the whole outfit.
That one looks about dead, doesn't it?
You got plenty of food there. The bigger ones are the ones you actually have to watch the food a little closer.
That one's really light.
Really light. Okay, so you're going to take a frame or 2 out, and then when you run into a really heavy one, take a frame or 2 of food and swap.
Okay.
That's what we're all about today, is just checking on food. If something's really small, we can look at it and make sure it's got a queen, and if it does, we can boost it with a little brood from something big like this.
Do you think will you have that and see if I could give her one out of here? I think that I could.
That's heavy, yeah. So you could get, so y'all can work together like that. That'll work really good. John and I'll stay on the same pallet.
That's the only double in the yard, but
Yeah.
it's good.
John and I'll stay on a pallet together. You guys stay on a pallet together, and we'll just see how many yards we can get through today. Okay, great. Good start. Next yard of double deeps and a few nukes sitting on the ground there.
Are you talking about the color or the texture?
Curious how they're doing.
That's bigger. Not real heavy. It's got a little bit of food.
Okay.
That's a nice frame of food there.
Mm-hmm.
There's brood and eggs there.
Okay, so I'll bet you see some sealed brood on the next one.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah. Okay. If they look like that, they've made it. It's small. It's only about 2.5 frames of bees, maybe 3, but they made it.
She's got a good pattern too.
Yeah.
For sure. And brood, of course.
Okay, looks like a decent colony.
I just saw 1
6
bee with
frame.
red pollen.
Oh, red is
hen bit,
hen
right?
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
comes in winter.
So it's,
Okay. Yeah, you got bees in the top box there too.
yes sir.
Lots of weight. All year's been heavy, Selena?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Man.
Now these actually got split mid-season. Remember, we came in here and made a bunch of nukes.
Right. And they're still,
Looks like they built back pretty good.
I mean, look at that.
Well, that's got drone brood in it.
Oh,
That's a surprise. That's a surprise. You got bees in the top box too. Interesting.
and this top is heavy.
The top's heavy, okay.
Do you really? Yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, that one was like loaded with drone brood.
They're laid up in there.
Yeah, got some eggs in the drone cells.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of food. There's probably maybe 3 3 frames of honey in the top here.
Yeah, but that bottom is, let's see. Well, it's got a little honey down there, you see. So this one's a little on the light side then.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'll be okay till we
three,
get to
yeah,
it.
3 frames will be okay until we get back in a couple of weeks. How's that one, John?
Looking good. Yeah, just like the rest.
Okay, good. Good
Yeah.
yard. Good yard of double deeps. We'll get a lot of splits out of here a month and a half from now.
Month and a half.
Month and a half, yeah. They'll be ready.
It's like we'll be grafting soon.
We'll be what?
We'll be grafting soon. We got
Yeah, it kind of feels like we should be grafting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not quite time yet, though.
This is a good one.
That looks like a good colony.
Yeah, it's got some good weight to it. It's got some good population. Let's see.
I bet it's good. Yep.
Oh, yeah. They got drone brood, too. That's a surprise. I'm really surprised, actually.
Every year is different, isn't it?
Every year's different.
Year's different.
This was a weird year. You got drone brood, too. Can you hold that for a moment? Kind of an educational moment. Immediately, if you look at this drone brood, if you've got a mite population, you'll see it in this drone brood when you crack the boxes apart.
You gotta look quick though.
You got to look quick. Yeah, in just a few seconds, the mites have scurried away. So far, we've not seen any mites at all. That does not mean we don't have any. It just means we don't have a big population of them, so that's good news.
For tiny,
And
short little leg buggers, they run fast.
they do, they do. Thank you.
Can you get this one here?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay, one more and I'll put the camera away. I remember that. This colony had an issue. I think we requeened it or something. Let's see how they're doing.
Well, they're not in the top box really. We got some good weight in the top.
Yeah, a little smaller, but they're there.
They got a
Okay.
brood nest.
Yeah. Okay, we got some bees in this yard. Good deal. I'm going to put the camera away. See if I can act like a beekeeper and
Right,
help you all a little bit. Okay, this was a great yard of bees. 0% loss here. Even in the little nukes over there, there's 0% loss. We just had to boost that one. And we had 2 smaller colonies here that we swapped locations with a stronger one. Real simple. No brood swap, nothing. Just swapped locations with a strong one and a medium small one. Surprised. Not a single dud here. Very good. Now we're at what we call the Woodville yard. Did pretty good here. We had 2 drone layers. The rest are fine. Had to swap 2 small ones into locations with bigger ones. For the life of me, I don't know why they don't ask me to move these bees out of here. I know they could use the space, but as long as they don't say anything, we're going to stay. Bees do good here. Oddly enough, even with all this racket and traffic coming and going, bees do just fine here. Okay, they're oohing and awing back here. I guess I better go see what's up. Yeah, looks pretty good. Got drone larvae already. That's interesting. And this one was good too?
Yes.
This was good.
Not quite like
Not
this
as
one. This one's
good,
killing it,
but-
but
Let's see what you got, John. Okay, mediocre. Get that grass out of there, would you, John?
Yep, and they got weight.
A lot of weight.
Yeah, they got the weight.
Yeah, mediocre. Heavy? Is that heavy, Selena?
It is.
Okay. All right. Well, it's got a little bit more bees in it.
Drone brood.
Yeah, a little drone brood. I'm so surprised. That's. Whoa! What happened there?
This one shifted that one.
Well, that looks pretty good, John.
They're doing drone brood.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Bob.
They're optimistic, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, like they.
That looks good. Is it heavy, Selena?
It is. Yeah.
That one looked light, Jesse. Is that a light box?
It's pretty light. I could use a frame or 2 of honey.
Tell you what, the bottom could be heavy. Lift that box, John. See how heavy the bottom is when he lifts that box
Okay.
off.
It's halfway. It's,
Okay,
it's not
yeah.
light.
Let's see if we can slip a couple frames of honey in that top box from something else. That works. Golly, they're not supposed to look like that yet. These are not Italian colonies. That's probably the best one, though. They're not all going to look like that one.
Way too far along. Like, what are we?
I don't know, John. You did too good, I guess. I don't know. It's all your fault.
So if you got honey there, I'll trade you.
Bam.
Oh, yeah.
I'll trade you something.
Well, this is what all brand new queens does, too.
This is what.
This yard's full of brand new queens from... When did we do this one? And was it July or August we set this up?
I don't know.
I got brood the
I
top
can't
box
keep. I
here.
really can't keep up with all those days. This is, man, that is like some bees.
Yeah, they look really good. We're going to have to be careful these don't starve on us or something.
There's a little bit of Italian in that too.
Yeah. Well, we didn't lose any in this yard. A couple small ones, but they've already made it over the hump. They'll make it through. Pollen coming in here too. Plenty of brood starting up. So this probably will be the yard we have to split first from what I've seen so far. A lot of bees in this yard.